Hey folks, Richard here with Quick Bookkeeper. Hope everyone's doing well and having a great day. Just sitting here doing a little walk. Nice sunny day in northern Michigan. And I'm just thinking here about S corporations. You know, a lot of times we meet with some clients and they have a good opportunity to become an S corporation with the IRS. So there's lots of information out on the internet, so I won't bore you with a lot of it. But really what it breaks down to is it passes the income of a business onto its shareholders. So let's kind of unpack what we have here. Most of the time people are starting an LLC, limited liability company. That company may have employees, obviously payroll for the employees. But there are often times when you can do a transformation of that business to an S Corp, which means you file a Form 1120S with the IRS. It's its own tax return. That tax return then issues a K-1 to the shareholders. And then the shareholders pick that up as an income tax personally. So, you want to make sure you speak to your tax advisors if this is a good fit. It is pretty straightforward to elect with the IRS. Some forms online that you can submit. And you'll get a letter back from the IRS saying that, they elected you to do that. And again, it's just its own tax return. So sometimes there's a little bit additional fees with your tax advisor for doing that tax return and issuing that. But the great thing also about an S Corp is you're avoiding your self-employment tax. So the self-employment tax is your Social Security, Medicare, and typically if you worked for an employer on your pay stub, you have Social Security, Medicare. The employer does as well. They match those percentages. 6.2% for Social Security, 1.45 for Medicare. So when you're an LLC that typically would file a Schedule C tax return, you are actually paying the self-employment tax. So you can think of it around 7.65%. Now, depending on the profit of your business, that might be a good idea to talk about becoming an S Corp. Because what happens is as an S Corporation, not only do you continue taking draws and distributions, but you can also come over here and run a W-2 wage within the company. And the company is going to pick that up, the payroll taxes for your payroll. Some tax advisors will do different splits. So for example, if you have a $100,000 profit, some CPA firms and accountants might want to take 50-50. So in other words, 50% goes on your payroll, 50% remains on the K-1 distribution. Those are open to interpretations. There's a lot of things that are determining that. Family, kids, what's your taxable income like? But in any event, the S Corporation, it's a wonderful tool. It really is in the tax world. If you are not really sure of this, speak to your tax advisor on it or do your own homework. Go into your tax return and see what type of tax form you're filing for your business. Again, if you're just an LLC, odds are you might just be doing it as a Schedule C. There are partnerships, those are 1065s. Those can also be formed into S Corp. So there's a lot of detail behind that, but the short end is the S Corp's awesome. It's a really great tax advantage. I want to say it came out maybe 1958. So I have to think back on that. But yeah, take a look at that. If you have yourself being the only employee of your business, maybe you have some subcontractors where you issue 1099s, but you would be the only employee. When you form that S Corp, you can take advantage of a solo K. It's a solo individual 401k. It allows you to put a certain amount back from your paycheck into a retirement account. And it also has a match component. 25% of your compensation can be matched to a solo K. And that's also an expense on the business. So I know this is a lot to take in. This is actually, I think maybe one or two of the videos that I've recorded that I'm putting up on YouTube. So I want to try and grow the YouTube channel. But I want to thank you for your time. My name is Richard Anderson with Quick Bookkeeper Incorporated. We have 2 offices in Michigan. Our motto is and always will be, we do it or teach you how. I'm a public accountant, QuickBooks consultant, and be happy to answer any questions you guys have. But this is just some informational video for you. Take a look at the S-Corp. If your accountant's not recommending it, maybe get a second opinion, because I just think it's awesome. But until then, have a great day.